The Winter Gala was a glittering affair. The main attraction was a new installation by a reclusive artist known as Christian, who was rumored to only work with precious materials. The piece was a delicate, jewel-encrusted sculpture of a winter sleigh. As they mingled, a distraught young woman approached them. She was their daughter and Christian's fiancée, and her eyes were wide with panic. "Mom, Dad, I need your help," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Christian, he's gone. And I think someone is after his secrets." Katie explained that Christian had entrusted her with a small, unadorned silver locket just before he disappeared. The locket seemed unremarkable, but Katie insisted it contained something important. The only clue she had was a cryptic message he had left: "The key to the sleigh is in the snow." Back at the house, Frank and Eileen examined the locket. It was elegantly simple, and the silver appeared to be antique. A faint, almost invisible, carving of a snowflake was etched on its surface. Kevin, ever the sleuth in his own right, brought a magnifying glass. "I doesn't like secrets, I likes to solve things," he declared. After several hours of investigation, Eileen noticed the tiny carving of the snowflake had 6 points, but one of the points was slightly larger than the others. With a delicate twist, the larger point opened a hidden compartment. Inside was a tiny, rolled-up piece of parchment. The parchment contained a series of what looked like coded verses, hinting at a series of clues. The first verse read, "Where the frozen flakes first fell, a story of old is told." The frozen flakes, Katie mused. Could it be a reference to a specific place or event? And a story of old, Kevin added, suggests history. "We'll start at the city archives tomorrow." The next day, the four of them with their dog Goldie, went to the Orange County archives. As they sifted through old records, a suspicious man in a dark trench coat shadowed them. He was tall, with a sharp, angular face. Eileen, with her keen teacher's eye, noticed him first. She subtly nudged Frank. "We have company, darling." They led him on a merry chase through the stacks of old newspapers before finally confronting him. The man introduced himself as Mr. Sterling, a collector who was also searching for Christian. "He owes me money," Sterling claimed, though his cold, calculating eyes suggested a far more sinister motive. A tense standoff ensued. Kevin, ever the peacemaker, talked Sterling down, distracting him long enough for Goldie to surprise him. With Sterling disarmed and tied up, they turned their attention back to the door. Frank and Eileen, using the knowledge they had gained, placed the tiny bells in a specific sequence on the door. The bells chimed in harmony, and the door slid open to reveal a hidden cavern. Inside, Christian was waiting for them. Katie ran to him with tears in her eyes. He wasn't missing, he was in hiding, having faked his disappearance to protect his work. The cavern was filled with his greatest treasures, not gold or jewels, but a collection of priceless artifacts from around the world, all restored to their former glory. Christian explained that the sleigh they had seen at the gallery was not the true treasure. It was a decoy. Their real Christmas gift was the collection of artifacts, intended for a children's museum. He had faked his disappearance because Sterling, his former business partner, had been trying to steal the collection. He thanked everyone including Goldie for their help and kissed Katie. "You have reminded me that the greatest gift is not gold or jewels, but the heart of a good person," he said. The whole family, with Goldie by their side, were happy to have helped. Back at the house, the family with the help of Gretchen put the final touches on their Christmas decorations. Katie, with a smile that reached her eyes, placed the star on the top of the tree. The living room was filled with the warm glow of a roaring fire and the scent of freshly baked cookies. Eileen and Frank sat on the couch waiting for Carol and Xavier to arrive, sipping eggnog and watching the twinkling lights on the tree. Goldie snored peacefully by the fire. "What a Christmas," My darling, Eileen said, snuggling closer to Frank.